Welcome to the first taste, where the first bite we take is with our eyes. Today we're not doing anything that's any fancy gourmet thing or anything like that. This is the cooking of my grandmother. It's food of love, it's comfort food. We're doing Grandma Catherine's cabbage rolls. Okay, we're gonna start off with the rice. We've got some beautiful basmati rice here. We've got some chicken stock that's boiling back here. And we're just going to add our rice and we're gonna cook it in chicken stock. That's step number one. We're going to bring this back to a boil, and then we're going to start making everything else. Okay, so over here we got the rice simmering in the back. It's going to cook for 20 minutes. Here we've got a medium saucepan that's heating up at medium heat. We've got some beautiful 100% grass-fed beef here without all the garbage in it. And we're going to take this and we're going to start browning it on medium heat. We don't want it to be too hot because we don't want a really dark sear on this because we want this meat to be really tender. So we're gonna got it on right on medium, but the pan's gonna get lowered really quickly with all this weight. It's gonna drop. You'll see how fast it drops in temperature. So we're just gonna cook this meat so that it's nice and soft, and then we're gonna fold in, you know, the stuffing for the cabbage rolls, which is basically, you know, I'm using Lowry seasoned salt because that happens to be what my grandma loved and my whole family loves. You can use whatever seasoning salt you like. You can use just plain old kosher salt. And I've got peppercorn melange, which is every color of peppercorn. I think it adds a better bouquet of flavor all the way around. We have some very finely chopped garlic, more like minced, and some minced red onion. We have some fresh thyme, we have some fresh tomatoes, and of course our cabbage, and whatever your favorite tomato sauce is. Now we're gonna sweat this meat until all the red is gone, and then we're gonna build the stuffing for the cabbage rolls in this pan as the rice cooks, and then we're gonna steam the cabbage, and then we're gonna assemble and put it in the oven, and if everything works out all right, it'll be like going back to Grandma's house. Okay, so we've got this ground beef nice and sweated. It's you know, perfectly brown, still cooking in its own juices. We're not gonna really get a dark sear because we want it very tender. We don't want it to have like a crust like a hamburger or a steak. Now we're gonna take some Lowry seasoned salt, and I'm telling you, you guys gotta try this stuff. It's the bomb. I'm not supposed to say that anymore. That's not a cool word, right? It's the shit. I don't know. What do you say? It's friggin' awesome. Okay, so then we're gonna do the fresh ground pepper in here. And then we're going to add our minced onions. And you can use whatever your favorite kind of onion is. My grandma liked red onion, but you know, you can use white onion, you could use yellow. There's no rules. You know, there's no culinary police. They're not going to come to your house and arrest you. So we got the minced garlic and the minced onion in there now. And then we're going to cook these together for probably about 5 to 7 minutes so that they start to give up their liquids. Okay, so this is perfectly just sweated and cooked together. The flavor is absolutely out of this world. Very, very simple. Grandma believed in simplicity, and you know, sometimes the simplest things treated just perfectly are the best. Now comes the fun part. Now we're going to do the cabbage, and this actually has a therapeutic value because what you need to do is you got to get that core out of there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it like this, and we're just going to smash it on the cutting board. Just like that. I mean, it's fun. It's like you can get your aggressions out. You know, you think about people that you hate, and you just picture smashing their head, you know, into the ground or into the counter or into the cutting board. It's like, yeah, take that. Okay, so we're going to get that core out of there. And just bring this guy right around. And then we're going to take the biggest leaves we've got, and we're just going to we're going to steam them. We don't want to cook them in liquid because we don't want them to be all soggy. We want them to still be a little bit, we want them soft, but still a little bit al dente and a little bit, you know, have a little bit of a textural firmness to them, so they don't just totally, you know, absolutely completely turn into mush. So, and these don't have to be perfect, by the way. You know, they're some you can peel off perfect. It doesn't matter. If they're not totally perfect, it's okay. We can still make it happen. So we're going to put this in, and we're going to let this steam. Okay, so we've taken them out of a 350-degree oven. We've had them in there for about 35 to 40 minutes, depending on the heat of your oven. This is what you want. You want the sauce to reduce and get nice and thick and beautiful like that. And now we're going to let them rest, just like a lasagna, for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to plate it up, and we're going to do it with a dessert that my grandma used to love. And we'll be right back. Okay, so we're just going to plate this thing up. We've let it rest. Hopefully, we won't have a disaster. We're just going to bring this guy over there and see it's held together beautifully. No problem. And then we're going to take this guy. We usually would serve two. So I'm going to take him. We're going to put him like that. The Tower of Cabbage roll. Then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these finely pureed tomatoes. We're just going to make a tomato waterfall like that for garnish. These beautiful Campari tomatoes. And then, there we go. And then we're going to take some fresh thyme and hit it with some fresh thyme. And then we're going to put our parsley sprig on there. And there it is. Grandma's cabbage rolls. Catherine's cabbage rolls, to be exact. All right, so we have here a little mini elegant Dutch apple pie with some reduced caramel and dark chocolate syrup. And then we're just going to hit it with some vanilla bean ice cream. And then we're going to hit it with a little bit of this. And then we're going to hit it with a mint sprig. And there's our dessert.